All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Valsa Williams. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi leaves for Bishkek to attend Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit beginning today. Union Cabinet approves Aadhaar and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2019 and Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teachers Cadre Bill. Cyclone VAYU to hit Gujarat coast this afternoon. Coast Guard, Army, Navy and Air Force on high alert. North India gets respite from heatwave after rainfall and dust storm in several places. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, Australia beat Pakistan by 41 runs at Taunton, India to face New Zealand in Nottingham this afternoon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has left for Bishkek, the capital of Kyrgyzstan, to attend the meeting of the Council of Heads of State of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO. This will be Mr. Modi's first multilateral summit after his re-election as the Prime Minister. Presidents and Prime Ministers of 8 member countries will participate in this multilateral international forum, which will also be attended by 4 heads of state as observers. The SCO is a China-led 8-member economic and security bloc. In July 2015, in Ufa, Russia, the SCO decided to admit India and Pakistan as full members, and both the countries officially joined the SCO during the Astana summit in 2017. Our correspondent covering the visit has the details.
Important issues including global security situation, multilateral economic cooperation, people-to-people exchanges and topical issues of international and regional importance will be discussed during the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. Afghanistan will also be one of the focus areas in the summit. On the sidelines of CHS meeting in Bishkek, Prime Minister will hold a number of bilateral meetings, including with Chinese President Xi Jinping, Russian President Vladimir Putin and President of Iran Hassan Rouhani. During his Bishkek visit, Prime Minister will also inaugurate India-Kyrgyz Business Forum on June 14. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Delhi.
The Council of Heads of State, CHS, is the supreme decision-making body in the SCO. It meets once a year and adopts decisions and guidelines on all important matters of the organization. The CHS meeting is scheduled for today and tomorrow. This will be the second CHS meeting after India became a member of the SCO. On the sidelines of the summit, Prime Minister Modi is likely to meet several top leaders of SCO members, including Chinese President Xi Jinping. A report.
Chinese President extended his heartfelt congratulations to Prime Minister Modi for winning the general elections. Earlier, both the leaders were met on the sidelines of G20 summit in Argentina and discussed joint efforts to further enhance mutual trust and friendship between the two giant neighbors. Both the leaders had turned around the bilateral relations during Wuhan summit, which was soured after Doklam standoff. Since then, both the countries have stepped up efforts to improve relations on different spheres, including the military-to-military ties. Bilateral talks between the two leaders on the sidelines of SCO summit will also remain focused mainly on economic and commercial engagement. Yogesh Pandya, Air News, Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan.
Prime Minister Modi had also attended the last CHS meeting in Qingdao, China on June the 9th and 10th last year. The Union Cabinet has approved the Aadhaar and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2019 to replace Aadhaar and Other Laws Amendment Ordinance 2019. This will enable UIDAI to have a more robust mechanism to serve the public interest and restrain the misuse of Aadhaar. After the amendment, no individual will be compelled to provide proof of possession of Aadhaar number or undergo authentication for the purpose of establishing his identity unless it is so provided by a law made by Parliament. For the convenience of general public in opening of bank accounts, the proposed amendments will allow the use of Aadhaar number for authentication on voluntary basis as acceptable KYC document. The bill will be introduced in the ensuing session of Parliament. Giving a major push to reforms in the education sector, the Cabinet has approved the introduction of Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teachers Cadre Bill 2019. Briefing media in New Delhi last evening, Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said it will allow filling up of more than 7,000 existing vacancies by direct recruitment in teachers cadre.
Cabinet has taken a decision to convert the ordinance into a bill, and this will immediately pave the way for 7,000 recruitments. Now we will take university or institute or college as one unit, not the department. And therefore, this also, I am very sure, all these bills will be passed unanimously.
The amendment will also ensure providing 10% reservation to the economically weaker sections. The bill will replace the Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teachers Cadre Ordinance 2019 and will be introduced in the forthcoming Parliament session. The Union Cabinet has also cleared the New Delhi International Arbitration Centre NDIAC Bill 2019. It provides for setting up of an independent autonomous body for institutional arbitration and to acquire and transfer the undertakings of the International Centre for Alternative Dispute Resolution to the NDIAC. The Indian Medical Council Amendment Bill 2019 to replace the Indian Medical Council Amendment Second Ordinance 2019 has been approved. The new bill provides for supersession of MCI for a period of 2 years from the 26th of September 2018. During this period, the Board of Governors will exercise the powers and functions of the MCI. The number of members in the Board of Governors will be increased from the existing 7 to 12. The move will ensure transparency, accountability and quality in the governance of medical education in the country. The Union Cabinet has approved a Memorandum of Collaboration MOC between India and Kyrgyzstan for collaborative research work on high-altitude biology and medicine. It will help in understanding physical and mental condition of soldiers at high altitude and mitigate the related maladies by using yoga practice, herbals and nutraceuticals. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. North India experienced some relief from the sweltering heat wave after rainfall and dust storm in several places. A dust storm coupled with light rain brought the mercury down in the national capital last evening. The maximum temperature recorded 41.6 degrees Celsius, 2 notches above the season's average. However, the mercury fell sharply to 29.8 degrees Celsius in the evening after the thunderstorm hit the city. The weatherman forecast partly cloudy sky and possibility of very light rain for today. Light rainfall and the dust storm also brought respite to parts of Rajasthan as the mercury came down a few notches. More from our correspondent.
People of worst affected western and eastern regions of the state got some relief due to gusty winds and rain occurred yesterday. Temperature got lowered down in capital city Jaipur after having slight rainfall, although other regions of the state are still facing immense heat even after slight downfall in mercury. Meteorological department has expressed possibility of rain at almost all regions of the state today, which may cause further downfall in temperature. Sudarshan Nahar, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Jammu and Kashmir, heavy rains led to flash floods in parts of Baramulla district, while high-speed winds and a hailstorm created havoc in Jammu region and also the Kashmir Valley in the early hours yesterday. There was slight relief in Himachal Pradesh from the heat wave following rainfall at several places. In Uttarakhand, Dehradun received light rain, but there wasn't much respite from the heat. The maximum temperature recorded in the city was 39 degrees Celsius with high humidity. In Uttar Pradesh, the Met Department has said the heat wave is likely to prevail for the next 2 days in some areas. More from our correspondent.
Giving a slight sigh of relief from heat, thunderstorm with gusty winds and rains brought the temperature several notches below the normal in the state at some places. There was a sharp cut in temperatures at various places. At Banda and Jhansi of Bundelkhand, it was recorded 39 degree and 39.5 degrees Celsius respectively yesterday, 10 degree below from the previous days. Etawah and Urai were hottest place in the state with 46 degree each. Speedy winds have damaged mango and lychee crops in Tarai belt at several places. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
Cyclone VAYU is likely to hit the Verawal coast in Gujarat this afternoon with wind speed of 155 to 165 kilometers per hour. The state government, along with security agencies, have geared up to minimize the damage of the cyclone. So far, 275,000 people have been shifted to safer places. Meanwhile, many parts in Saurashtra and South Gujarat witnessed rainfall in the morning ahead of landfall of the cyclone. A report from our correspondent.
Chief Minister Vijay Rupani visited the Gandhinagar control room yesterday midnight and held a meeting with district collectors of Saurashtra and Kutch through video conference. He asked the officials to ensure 100% evacuation of people and cattle folks living up to 10 kilometers from the seashore. Meanwhile, flight operations at airports in Porbandar, Diu, Bhavnagar, Keshod and Kandla have been suspended till today midnight. The Western Railway has also decided to short terminate and cancel some of its trains passing through areas of Saurashtra that are likely to be affected by the cyclone. Several parts of the state, including Junagadh, Gir Somnath, Dang and Sabarkantha, are witnessing rainfall since the morning. Aparna Khund, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
After a review meeting with officials yesterday, Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani said the central government has assured all support to the state.
We are getting enough support from central government, Prime Minister's office and Home Minister's office. 47 companies of NDRF have already arrived. Air Force, military and Coast Guards have already been alerted. We are coordinating with them.
The Coast Guard, Army, Navy, Air Force and the Border Security Force have been put on high alert. National Disaster Response Force, NDRF, has deployed 52 teams in Gujarat and Diu for relief and rescue operations in view of cyclonic storm VAYU. Talking to AIR News, DG NDRF, SN Pradhan said,
We had the input from the IMD that it was going to severe cyclonic storm category, which is about upwards of maybe 120 to 125 kilometers per hour wind. We were apprised that has changed and it has become a very severe cyclonic storm, which is average of 150. The evacuation has started and by last count a few minutes ago I got my report from my commandant that 74,000 odd people have been already evacuated. Apart from the cyclonic shelters they already have, so that makes it about 1,200 cyclone shelters across the 10 districts going to be affected.
In a release, the Western Railway said it has cancelled trains going towards Kutch and Saurashtra region for 2 days. In Bihar, 64 children have died due to encephalitis during the last 12 days. Maximum casualties have been reported from Muzaffarpur. A multi-expert high-level team of the centre visited Muzaffarpur yesterday to take stock of the situation there. In the ICC Cricket World Cup, Australia beat Pakistan by 41 runs at Taunton in England last night. Chasing a victory target of 308 set by Australia, Pakistan were bundled out for 266 with 26 balls to spare. In today's match, India will face New Zealand at 3 p.m. in Nottingham. India have won their first 2 games against South Africa and Australia. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Taneja.
Thank you, Valsa. 5 CRPF jawans killed in Anantnag occupies prime space across papers. Terror hits Kashmir again, writes the Mail today. JEM strikes CRPF on Yatra route is the pioneer headline on the attack ahead of the annual Amarnath Yatra. BJP rejigs party setup in Lok Sabha. Rajnath to be deputy leader, reports the Asian Age on the reconstructed parliamentary party executive of the BJP on Wednesday, marking a generational shift. On the Chandrayaan-2 mission, the Times of India notes, interplanetary operation led by 2 women space scientists, adding, mission will take ISRO's ties with NASA to new heights. And with that, it's back to you, Valsa.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi leaves for Bishkek to attend Shanghai Cooperation Organization summit beginning today. Union Cabinet approves Aadhaar and Other Laws Amendment Bill 2019 and Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teachers Cadre Bill. Cyclone VAYU to hit Gujarat coast this afternoon. Coast Guard, Army, Navy and Air Force on high alert. North India gets respite from heatwave after rainfall and dust storm in several places. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, Australia beat Pakistan by 41 runs at Taunton. India to face New Zealand in Nottingham this afternoon. With that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.